Hi everybody, it's Pammy J Journals, and I'm here to demonstrate the card that we created on the live for TikTok. I'm using some paper that was from Stampin' Up. I'm using the classic red, classic Stampin' Up pad, Real Red, which is amazing ink. For those of you who need some ink, check that out. And then I'm using cardstock from Stampin' Up as well, and some die cuts and so forth that I have, that we're just going to combine a card together. So what we're going to do right now is just kind of put the card together so you can see how that works. Make sure you have a bone folder so that you can actually make sure your card stays pretty tight. Bone folders are really great for folding and holding things down. I am going to take a moment to color this and show you how to kind of do some layering effects. I'm using several kinds of markers. Unfortunately, I forgot to get them ready before I turn the camera on. So that makes for a little bit of extra work, but we're good. So go ahead and just, if you're making your card along with me, that's great. I ate some chocolate, can you tell? Good times. All right, so I'm going to take a lighter red, and I'm going to go over the strawberries first, just to kind of get them colored in. So you want to make sure that your markers are juicy, because if you don't have juicy markers, it's going to leave kind of a residue. You definitely want to make sure you have something behind the paper. This is a fabric paper that I'm sending you, so very fibrous. So you can use colored pencils and do layering with that if you want. And it should turn out phenomenal. Just giving you guys a heads up on that. As I'm working with markers, they're just so much easier for my hands. That's why I choose the markers, just for the sake of my hands. I have some arthritis and some injuries that have given me quite a bit of problem over the years. All right, I am just kind of going around the strawberry, giving it a little texture, okay? Just some little extra little spots on it, just to kind of give it boost. You notice I added some shadow where the strawberry hits the edge. And I'm just gonna take my alcohol marker. I haven't done this yet, so I'm just gonna take it and see what it looks like to color over this. If it changes the strawberry at all. I think it kind of gives it some depth. So I'm just going to add this and blend it together. I think it actually looks pretty cool. Gives it a deeper look. Look at that. Just boom, right there. So I used Tomboy markers and Stampin' Up blends. This color was Dark Sweet Sorbet, which is really a beautiful color. And then I'm just going to take my Stampin' blends again and go over the plant itself, so the greenery. And remember, this is a fabric paper or a fibrous paper, so you got to do it in little stages. So that's why if you see me only coloring part of it at a time, it's because it absorbs it so quick and you might not have time to get the color in there before it dries. So I found that the hard way. Isn't that the full fun of creating, right? All right, so same thing, doing another leaf, also switching it up and coloring it right away, and it just blends together. And I really like this paper for that sake, but except it does suck in the color. It absorbs it really fast. All right, so there's the strawberries. Yay. I am going to add a cute little yellow button in each of these because they're blossoms. And I used the color Light Balmy Blue kind of just to add a little shadow, because these are white flowers, but I wanted a little shadow in there just to kind of give it some definition. So I thought that little balmy blue just gave it a little bit of a pop. So think about that. You don't have to color white. It's already white. That makes it kind of cool. All right, I'm going to take the dark red and I'm going to outline the line here. Feel free to do whatever color makes your soul happy. If you want to have the border a different color, if you want the flowers to be a different color, remember, you get the kit and you get to create the card any way you want. You are making a masterpiece for yourself. This isn't for me. This isn't for anyone else. This is for you. And so I'm giving you total, freedom to get creative. I'm also going to color the inside of this and just give, oops, we just had a bleed out for some reason. That was different. That didn't happen in my other thing. Oh, I used the wrong ink. So there's another thing to learn here is ink. Ink is very picky. So this one was not the ink that stays. All right, we learned something. Good times. And so that means this is going to be tricky. So I'm just going to color this a light yellow and just give it a little bit of a pop without going over the black too much, because I don't want to turn that into gray, right? And there's our gray. Good times. All right, so just a little. I don't have the colorless blender or the color lifter. That is going to be coming in my next order, so I will tell you how that works as we go along. All right, happy. It's done. We're good enough. And now I'm just going to put my card together after I zhoosh. You've got to zhoosh. So definitely find your zhoosher, get your color out, go around the edges. Yes, Pamela makes sound effects when she does her cards. She is one of those interesting people that loves sound effects. All right, layering. Just make sure you layer it up to where it's even as much as you can. If you're not, you can always reposition it if you have repositional tape. If you don't, it's okay if there's a happy little accident. See, that was an accident. There you go. That was not good. So there you see, look at that. Don't freak out if you make a mistake, okay? If you have other red paper, you might not want to do this yourself if you don't have other red paper. So I have more because I do this, right? Boop, 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 boop. My red paper is missing. Oh, here we go. Ta-da. So I'm just going to retape it because obviously that red got on there. And I'm going to check it this time a little more careful. I like usually to put it down like this and see how that's so much easier. So line up the two sides and usually that will fall into place. My bad for not doing it that way, first off. But I'm not editing this, so you can see it in the raw. We need a bigger piece. Dun dun. There we go. Nice. All right. And then we're putting this down on here. Now you can do this crooked, you can do it straight, you can do it any way you want. I think I'm gonna put this one crooked. You guys can do it any way you feel that you want to do. All right, I have Stampin' Up! Dimensions that I'm gonna be using to pop my strawberries up. So just showing you that. And I am going to put my strawberries down here at the bottom. On some of the cards that you're getting, you're going to have the strawberries at the top. So don't feel like you're doing something wrong if you want to put it on the top. You really don't. So it's okay either way. I am totally chill with whatever you decide because this is yours. This is your creation and it's supposed to be fun. So if you turn it into work, then it's not so fun anymore, right? All right, so I have the little green leaves, and we are now going to put those little leaves in here. Kind of want to put it there, but I don't want to pop it over it, so I'm just going to put it over here. Leaves, happy, happy. Now, I already cut the little bee out. And I'm making a very big inky mess. Aren't you guys excited to see my inky mess? I'm also under a time crunch, which is always awesome. So I'm gonna take and color my bee so he has some yellow on him, so he pops a little bit. And then I'm also gonna color his wings with that kind of pretty blue. See that, how he just looks so cute? Little happy bee. Gonna take my little dimensional, gonna pop this little guy over, and here we go. Oops, bee ran away. Good times. All right. And then I'm using tong little tweezers because it's super helpful. All right, there's our little bee. Beautiful. The inside of the card. Really important to be able to make the inside of your card look pretty as well. Okay, so I am going to zhoosh the sides. Each of you have a piece of cardstock on the inside of your envelopes. That goes on the inside of your card. And we are out of tape runner. I need to get one of those big tape runners. I run out of tape too often, and I really feel like I need to get a bigger one. All right, once again, lining up your side, it usually will land pretty straight. And then this, I'm just gonna line this up on the inside. So what I like to do is I like to put a line where it's at, and this way I can just use my scissors to cut a straight little edge. You don't have to get all fancy with it. Do you like my ink on my fingers? There's a lady on YouTube who's called Inky Hands, Warm Hearts, or something to that effect. I follow her. I love her stuff. But Inky Hands, I totally love her saying, because it is so true. You get so much ink on you when you play with stamps and stuff. All right, you do not have an extra stamp on the inside, but I am going to go ahead and just put this guy in here in case you do have a strawberry that you want to put in. You can, okay? And then we have our sentiment, which I do not have a sentiment made. So I'm going to use a sentiment that I had for another card just to show you. You each have a sentiment in yours. So you can use that, or you can use something else you like. Once again, zhoosh around the sides, gives it a little boost and makes it cute. And then you just put that on the inside, and there we go, just a note. Easy peasy, right? Look at that. How fast can we do that, right? And then we're going to go ahead and sign our name. So definitely you need to sign your name because it's your card. Mine is Art with a Heart by Pamela. All right. And I also like to take and add a little color to the heart because it's just my trademark, my special thing. All right, so there's that. Really cute. You can round edges if you want. You don't have to, but if you do, it'll make it adorable. And then right here, we're gonna make the envelope match so it kind of has a cute little look to it. Make sure you don't go over that edge, so that way when you flip it over, it's not standing up over that. But you are going to need to cut it. You're going to need to cut it to size. So make sure you have some sharp snips. Woohoo! And that's so cute. Like, seriously, it's adorable. If you have a strawberry stamp, feel free to use a strawberry stamp. You know, decorate the front of your stamp. I think I have a strawberry stamp here. And I'm just going to take this red ink that I have, and I'm just going to put it on here. I think I'll put it straight up. I think it's cute like this. and it just gives it a little pop. See how cute that is? So now your stamp is adorable. You have it ready to go, and you can send this to somebody who you feel is special. There you go. All right, I hope that this little quick tutorial was beneficial and encouraging to you. Those of you who got the lemon stamp, pretty much the same thing, except that you're going to add the lace on and the other goodies. So just be mindful of that. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing you on my next live. Have fun with the card creating. Once again, this is Pammy Journals, Pammy J Journals 87. And I'm having a blast creating cards with you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.